Hello everyone. Today I will be talking about the environmental injustice issue of water insecurity in the Navajo Nation. Navajo Nation is the largest federally recognized native reservation in the U.S. It is comprised of 110 chapters and covers 27,000 square miles, extends into Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. Here's a map of the nation's borders, and it also shows historic and modern stream flow patterns. Climate change has contributed to the issue of water insecurity in the Navajo Nation, since the Southwest is a very arid region and water is already scarce. There have also been drought conditions since 1999, and water sources such as the Colorado River have reached all-time low water levels. And the Colorado River is shown on the right. The Navajo Nation has also endured systemic oppression to get to where it is today. Indigenous people were left out of water rights negotiations when they initially happened, and the rights that they did have were contested by settler officials. The little water that they do have available on the reservation was contaminated by mining. Because of these issues, 170,000 people living on the reservation experience water insecurity. There's a lack of clean water available, so families are forced to travel long distances to haul water home, which is very costly. This table compares American and Navajo water usage. The average American uses 80 to 100 gallons of water per day, compared to the average Navajo person who only uses 2 to 7. The cost of water is also vastly different. The average American spends $600 per acre foot of water, while the average Navajo person spends $43,000 per acre foot of water. And this picture shows a man who's filling up water into his truck in order to haul it back home. And this is the reality for many people living on the reservation. Water is very important to the Navajo way of life. They are pastoral people who traditionally herd livestock for a living. They also manage over 212,000 acres of farmland, but the water scarcity has caused there to be a lack of infrastructure and economic development, which has ultimately led to sustained poverty on the reservation. Potential solutions to this issue should be community-based. The picture on the left shows Gloria Tom, who is the head of Navajo Fish and Wildlife. She has outlined a detailed climate adaptation plan, but it lacks funding. Policy-based solutions should give funding to plans like this that will help this community. There are also technological solutions to this issue. The picture on the right shows a researcher from Johns Hopkins University who's testing water samples. There are water purification systems that would likely help this community greatly. But again, there's not adequate funding in order to provide this to the community. There is a bill in Senate that would reaffirm Navajo rights to water and hopefully provide more funding to plans and technology such as these. As a whole, America may consider stepping away from westernized methods for climate change adaptation and instead consider traditional ecological knowledge. America must own up to its history of colonization and oppression of Indigenous people, and hopefully in the future, the United States will work with the Navajo Nation in order to help the thousands of people who are struggling with water insecurity daily. Here are my references. Thank you for your time and listening to me talk about this very important issue of environmental injustice and water insecurity on the Navajo Nation.